Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today, I'm going to go through a couple things that came in the mail today. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on post-national with collecting and things you can expect to see on the channel in the short term. And then I'm going to open the pack of cards that was given to me by Tony Talks Cards at the National. I'm going to go through and see what cool cards are in here. So thanks again to Tony for doing this. So first, like I said, I had some mail today. I've done a video about this previously where I have been collecting some pre-war boxing cards, and I have a sheet in my vintage binder, nine card sheet, and I just wanted to fill it up. And there was a gentleman doing a claim sale in one of the Facebook groups, and I picked up 3 pre-war vintage cards, boxing cards, for $40 total, shipped, which I thought was a great deal. And I'm going to show them to you right now. So the first one of the 3 is this E75 American Caramel of Jack Monroe, who I believe was a heavyweight fighter. And thought this was a cool card, decent shape, just certainly for the era, for the year. I believe this is like 1910. And you can see that there's a list of fighters on the back of others that you can pick up. There's some big names in there, of course. John L. Sullivan, Tom Sharkey, Jim Jeffries, Jim Corbett, Jack Johnson, all different ones that you could collect from this set. So I thought this was a neat one. I didn't have a card from this particular set. I think pretty much all the other boxing cards that I had were all caramel were all tobacco cards. And that's the case with the other 2. So the first one, I have to say that I don't really know anything about this guy, but I just thought this card was phenomenal, and I was like, I just want to have this. This is the other 2 cards are from the T220 set. Look at this. Look at that image. This is Willie Beecher, the featherweight fighter, and just I mean, that's so cool, isn't it? The lake, the guy's canoeing in the background, like the boxing ring kind of at the edge of the water there. Like, these were just little works of art. They always were. But anyway, this is, yeah, like I said, Mecca Cigarettes T220. You see it's got his boxing record on the back there. And he was like I said, he was a featherweight. I don't really know a lot about him otherwise. I just thought this was such a phenomenal image. So I was like, okay, I'll grab that one. And then the last of the 3 was was sort of commemorating a famous fight between James J. Jeffries and Tom Sharkey. And it is specific to a fight that they had on Coney Island in 1899, actually. And I'll just kind of read from the back here. It says that the fight was held at in the arena of the Coney Island, New York Athletic Club, May 3rd, 1899. George Sisler of Chicago, Illinois, referee. The fight lasted 25 rounds, and at the conclusion, the decision was given to Jeffries, although the consensus of opinion was that it should have been a draw. So this was for the heavyweight championship of the world. James Jeffries is best known for fighting Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson for the heavyweight championship of the world in 1910. He came out of retirement, and obviously it was a big moment in American history. It was this, Jack Johnson was the first black heavyweight champion, and obviously there was racism throughout the country. James Jeffries was named the Great White Hope, and they fought outside in Reno, Nevada, in 110-degree weather, and Jack Johnson beat James Jeffries to retain the world heavyweight title. But James Jeffries had a very celebrated career in boxing, and that was his last actual fight. I don't believe he had fought for like 6 years before the Jack Johnson fight, but this was he was the heavyweight champion sort of in that post John L. Sullivan era and that kind of thing. So anyway, I figured I'd pick that up. So that's that. Those are the boxing cards. Okay, so then let's talk a little bit about current status of collecting post-national. I feel like I've been in this like weird, I don't know if other people that went to the national feel like this. I feel like I've been in this like weird post-national sort of hangover a bit, where it's just like, what do I do next? And I kind of wish the national was still going on and I was still there and could see all these cards and these dealers and stuff like that and hang out with friends mostly. But life goes on, and there will be some fun stuff coming up. But kind of what's coming up here. So number one, I did win a couple cards in the Love of the Game auction that ended on Saturday, and I'm expecting to be invoiced today, Monday, for those. When those come, I will do a video, and I'm really, really jazzed about the two cards that I got. They are from the same set. They are very rare. They are of players that I do not have any of their playing days cards before this. It's post-war, but they're big additions to my PC. So I'm really, 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 really jazzed to share those when those come. So you'll see those. I did send in a 21 card SGC order a week ago today. It was received by SGC on Thursday, and kind of a good thing. I feel like it was picked up from the post office and it was processed in their system that same day on Thursday. So I'm hoping to get it probably end of the month, maybe Labor Day, maybe shortly after Labor Day. After everything that sort of came out from the National, Greg Midlife Cards posted the video of it kind of looking like a ghost town at their booth. Kind of decided that, I mentioned this last week on the hit list, that I should probably send in stuff that even if I was on the fence about sending it in. And I sent in a lot of stuff that, like I said, I've been thinking about grading. I sent in 4 cards from my childhood PC that I've never graded with SGC, any of those cards. So there are some really cards that are really near and dear to me that I decided to send in. So, and it's a mix of PC and things that I will probably look to sell, mostly PC. But we'll see when that comes back, and certainly we'll be covering that when it comes in. I will be going to the Best Flippin' Card Show on Saturday, and we'll see what's there. Usually Matt, my co-host on the hit list, is pretty much the sole vintage guy at those shows, but I am looking forward to going to that show and seeing what he's got, and seeing what other folks have got. It's always fun to go. Other than that, I'm probably not looking at anything huge unless it's like a trade between now and Philly show. So we are planning to go to Philly show September 19th, the Friday. We'll be traveling down there. We'll be there on the 20th. We'll probably be there for a part of the day on the 21st. We wanted to go to the Philly show last year, but the same show, the fall show, but unfortunately my health issues got in the way. I was not able to go. So this year, doing a lot better and should be able to go. So really looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing all the dealers, and I know some folks from the YouTube community are going to be there. So really excited about Philly show. And then after that, it's Shriners. So Shriners, the fall Shriners, officially the dates have been released. I knew about this a little while ago because I had reached out to the promoters just because I was curious. But the fall Shriners show, if you have not seen it, at the Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington, Mass, it's going to be October 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd. So I certainly plan to be there on Friday and Saturday, probably not Sunday, but we'll talk about it more as it gets closer. But it's the best card show in New England. It is the Fall Shriners. It is certainly the best for vintage, and if you're in the area, you got to go. And they'll announce autograph guests and things like that coming up here. So. Other than that, I'm working through stuff on my various lists, probably smaller things, Yaz things. I am probably going to be requesting a shipment from ComC pretty soon with a bunch of Yaz PC items in it, including a few rare things. I work at it that I like to, put in money, or I only like to buy stuff with the proceeds of what I sell on there, and so now I'm working to try to get enough for the shipping, and the shipping price seems like it's gone up. It's like over $7 to ship the items that I want to get. So that'll take a little bit, but I expect to get some of that stuff coming in soon. So we'll do a video about that too. I'm doing a little bit of research about the back stamp on the back of my King Kelly card that I bought at the National. I'd like to do a video about that once I get some more information. There's a big card in the REA auction that ends this coming weekend that I'm probably going to try to go for, depending on the price. Like I said, I'm not going for anything massively huge in terms of spending post-National, but there's a certain threshold that I would go for if it's a card that I really want, and there's a card that I really want in the upcoming REA auction that we'll see what happens if I can get it or not. So I'm kind of a little bit all over the place. There's a lot of great stuff going on. Thanks for everybody who's watched, subscribed. I know that last week's hit list with Matt from Providence got a lot of attention, and we're going to keep doing those, and I'm really glad that people like them. So there's that. I'm going to keep ripping packs. Going to keep talking about cards and history and all that stuff. So with that, let's open this pack from Tony Talks Cards. So thanks again to Tony. It was wonderful speaking to him. Wonderful getting to chat with him. And he put a bunch of cards in this for me. So let's see what we got from Tony. So the first one that was on the top is this really beautiful Allen Ginter 2018 Ted Williams. How about that? That is awesome. Great card. There is an Allen Ginter Rafael Devers rookie card, who suddenly knows how to play first base. Amazing. This is a great one. 2018 Topps Allen Ginter of my guy Pedro Martinez, my hero. Probably my favorite baseball player of all time. Certainly of my lifetime. I love that. Here's some 54 reprints. This is Buster Mills and Milt Balling from the 54 Archive series. It's great stuff. There's another Allen and Ginter. This is the Fantasy Gold Mine. Oh, he stuck another card in here. Well, first off, here's the Fantasy Gold Mine for Allen Ginter for the on-base plus slugging 1.16. Amazing. What an amazing hitter. And it kind of in this penny sleeve was this small little tobacco-sized David Ortiz. It's great. All right, another 54 archive of Hal Brown. Here's a great one. The 92 Upper Deck Baseball Heroes, this whole series, I loved collecting these as a kid, of Ted Williams. There's this whole story, these great insert cards. I have a page of them in my old original PC binder. I love these cards. Here's a great, this is 1990 Pacific Trading Cards of Ted Williams. Look at that. That's awesome. I love that. And then a nice addition. I don't know that I have this. This is the Baseball's All-Time Greats of Carl Yastrzemski. This will go right in my Yaz binder. And the last is a Hall of Famer Rick Farrell. This is from the Conlon collection. Sporting News. I loved collecting these also as a kid. I had a ton of these. And so this is great of Rick Farrell. So thank you very much, Tony. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. It was awesome meeting you. Thank you for all of these great cards. These are all going to go in various binders, Red Sox binder, Yaz binder. And thank you very much. The hobby's a great place. Don't let anybody ever tell you anything different. All right, so that's it for this edition of Wax Pack Wisdom. We'll be back later in the week. Maybe that Love of the Game auction win will come in the mail, and I can do a video later this week. If not, probably rip a pack. Let's do something. We keep it light. We like to keep it light around here, right? And so thanks so much for watching. Check out our ComC store. Check out where to follow us on all social media channels. Check out our list of favorite nonprofits and charities. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time on Wax Pack Wisdom. Take care.